Leaders create a vision and a mission for all the enterprises that they take up, make a well-structured plan, and execute the plan to make it a success. Today, as part of Leadership Series by Global TV, we have one such leader who has a clear vision in all the endeavors he has taken up, made a plan, and made it into a success. Dr. N. Sridhar Shetty. Welcome to our discussion on Leadership Series.
Thank you.
Professor Dr. N. Sridhar Shetty has more than 55 years of teaching experience. He's a dental doctor par excellence. He's a leader with passion. He's an author and a philanthropist. He was the president of Dental Council of India, was director and dean of A.B. Shetty Memorial Institution for Dental Sciences. He was a Senate member, syndicate member, and academic council member for many years in the Mangalore University. He was also a university level player in his student days for table tennis, and other sports activities. He has won many awards. Prominent among them, Dr. B.C. Roy National Award for Socio-Medical Relief from President of India, Eminent Teacher Award for Health Sciences by Rajiv Gandhi University for Health Sciences, Lifetime Achievement Award from Indian Prosthodontic Society, Man of the Year 2000 from American Biographical Institute, Orchard Academy International Award, and the list goes on. He has won many more awards in the field of academics and leadership. His vision to institutionalize total health care for the rural and semi-urban population at the doorstep, free of cost for equality of health care. Professor, thank you so much for joining us in our discussions on leadership. I'm sure your words of wisdom on leadership will help our listeners.
Yes, sir.
I have some very few questions on your approach to leadership. Just wanted to know, did your leadership qualities were shown in the early years of your life, or it came or developed after you came into the career part of it?
To tell you very frankly, I still don't feel myself that I am a leader.
Okay.
Childhood was, we had a wonderful childhood days in our, we were all living together with my parents' house. We were a lot of children in the house. My brother Ratnakar is 1.5 years older than me, and we grew together. My name is Sridhar, but everybody calls me as Siri. And my Ratnakar is called as Ratna. Now, we were, from the childhood, we have servants, everybody is there. My mother wants everybody to know the household work, whether it is a scrubbing of the floor, whether it is a sweeping of the floor, whether it is a cleaning of the toilet, whether it is cleaning the compound, whether watering the garden, in our own way. And we were all given task in the morning. But we used to do it. But my mother used to shout at people who don't do it properly, who are a little lazy to do all those things. Somehow, I don't know that I had at that time, more concern to be doing the work perfectly. So I became more popular in the family, and instead of calling Ratnakar and Sridhar, they used to call us as Siri Ratna. I was put ahead of my brother. So this is not, I don't know why, even today people in our family call it as Siri Ratna, when they call. I don't know if I have become a leader or something, but whatever the task which is given amongst ourselves, I used to put dedicated to that work, and to best of my efforts, I used to do a work to the satisfaction of my parents and my elders. We went to the school, even in the school also, in the sports, games, we're all barefoot sportsmen. Of course, within our capacity, we show our strength in the games and the ability to win the game.
Right.
Most of the games what we play is not individual games, it is to be a team game.
Team.
And so now, I don't know that they consider us leaders, but they consider us that is the best partner to be playing with the games. Then again,
Right.
when we become a little more senior and other things in the games, they say, why don't you become a captain? I don't know whether I deserve to be a captain. But still,
Right.
things happen, and maybe because of my attitude, maybe because of my liking to my co-players or my family members, or even other family members, I became a personality to be always be liked by the people. So I went to
Right.
the college. So I
Yeah.
went to college for the Free University in St. Joseph's College. I was in the Bunts Hostel, Ramakrishna Vidyarthi Bhavan in Mangalore. A lot of
Okay.
seniors were there. Even then, they were playing volleyball, and of course, studies is different than mixing. So my present opinion is that any child who grows up, it is not necessarily that they have to be only a bookworms. They have to mix with their family members, others, play games, team games. So playing a game is not for winning a laurels. Playing a game is
Yes.
for to love.
Learning.
See, always I say about the game that you play a game good. You win a game, it is better. But if you love a game, it is best. With the love, you play the game, and if you don't win, don't worry about it. You have used your mind and skill to play a game. You have made an effort to win. See, it's all winning a game is it's not because of the main a team game is main is everybody's effort. So if you can coordinate with our weak players or the strong players, and then definitely we are going to win the thing. So you become a leader there. It's not that you become a leader, they have made you captain. You become a leader that they have made you. It's not nothing like that. It is leadership you do with your performance, which
Right.
has to be liked by people whom we are associated with. So that's it, it's in the public. Then I have gone to the higher studies in the professional college. So
Yeah.
in the medical colleges. So again, I become very familiar and friends for a lot of people, including the faculty members with the professors, because I go and
Okay.
play any game, whether it's a football, whether it's a hockey, whether it's a volleyball. My favorite game was volleyball and basketball and kabaddi. Kabaddi was
Okay.
my favorite game. I was very thin, 45 kilos only my weight, but I had a courage to stand in front of the crease and hefty person lift him and go. This was my type of game I was playing in those days. And I
Okay.
was a university shuttle badminton player. Mysore University was the university for one of our Mysore state at that time. So university
Yes.
basketball district player I was. Then I played volleyball also, volleyball also in the Bangalore district. So these are all the things which made me, to be more familiar, because not only my ability to play a good game, it is because I have coordinated with the players, I have
Yes.
behaved positively with all the players. So for this
Right.
reasons, we say like, okay, Shetty, you come. Then like that, it used to be there.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, really surprised in Mangalore when I joined here as a principal of the college. We made a cricket match between medical association and dental associations, a cricket match, friendly cricket match. So
Okay.
as I was playing and come back when near the resting place, there is one young doctor. He came to me and said, "Sir, I'm so and so, brother of one of my classmates in the medical college. He was doing an
Hmm.
MBBS. He was a state swimmer. So he came,
Okay.
I says, we used to come to the medical college or basketball game when you are playing a basketball. I was really surprised. No, what I'm saying is you don't feel that you are a leader, but you do your skills, you do behave properly in the field, you coordinate with your players, then you become strong. So my advice for any youngsters today, getting a rank, yes, it is only a glory for sometime and the next time fellow gets a rank.
Right.
But this rank which you get by associating with the games, sports, or any type of extracurricular, even the dramatics. I was also in dramatics.
Okay.
I used to do a stage acting along with the
Hmm.
students, even before, even in as a student. So even in when I was in the fourth standard, I did in our class, I made the drama, the Kannada drama called as Narishwara. Narishwara,
In fourth standard.
fourth standard when I was studying. This
Okay.
because teachers select us to do things. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So this is the type of inspirations I got from my teachers, my associates. So I become, I would say I'm a leader. I become a familiar person with everybody, with a positive look. I don't have any negative look on anybody. I don't see anybody is bad. Anybody is very good. Everybody is good.
For me, there are two lessons which I found. One is whatever jobs or tasks are assigned to us, whether it is in the house or outside, we should take it up happily and with a positive attitude.
Yes.
Second thing is, whenever you get an opportunity to be part of a team, whether it's playing games or dramas or other activities, go and participate without having any inhibition and try to learn from whether you win or lose.
Yes.
Do not be hassled that you should always be winning, but losing also could give you a lot of lessons. This is what I gather from what you have just narrated. Is there any incident which you remember which has changed your way of outlook to how to handle a team or as a leader?
I when I was working in a government dental college as a
Okay,
lecturer, I was a student there, government dental
okay,
college, Bangalore. I was a student there, and later on,
right,
of course, it was in the Bangalore Medical College, and I used to be very strongly with the games and sports. I studied,
right.
of course, I was a little mediocre because more concentration on games and sports, and
Yep.
I used to have some hiccups in passing the examinations. But in
Okay,
spite of that, I was a quite popular person in the college, both in medical college as a dental college. But I became a
right.
teacher in the dental college. As soon as those
Yep,
days, it is
yep.
not difficult to get into the college because we were the first batch of students and we just passed, and the principal asked us to join as a lecturers in the college.
Right,
So, but the thing is that with my attitude, I won't be teachers like what we see in the world today, a stiff-necked teacher, listening only to give a classic lecture, or I want to command the students only on lectures and our abilities in the clinics or with their actions. No, I am not like that of a teacher. I want to be a friendly with the teacher, students, but
right,
only with the discipline. With this, I used to help a lot of my students in various reasons, their personal reasons or studies reasons or difficulties within themselves. All those things
right.
I used to mingle with them. So every student has to like me very much.
Okay, okay.
I was even with the people, the class 4 or class 3 people who are working in the college, even for them, I used to have a lot of interactions with them to help their difficulties. There are some drunkards, there are some smokers, there are some having difficulties by taking a loan. So all these people, I used to console, and they also used to like me very much.
Right, right,
Not that
right.
I'm not doing it as that I'm a leader, but I'm just in a good social living, which I wanted. Now, not that I want to become a leader in that. Now, same way for the faculty also, everybody is very friendly with me. They all like me,
Right.
but only thing
Yeah.
is, I was, my everybody was a little afraid of me because I'm a little short-tempered man. So I don't care. I'm always daunting with any challenges. So these are
Right.
certain shortcomings I have, but still, everybody liked me. Everybody likes to associate with me. This was like that. So it so happened there are, in the teaching institutions, there are students faced with some difficulties, either
You're
with
right.
girl students or with boy students or something, or with the administrations. These things when they come to us and tell that these are the difficulties in group, and then
Right.
take a decision that we will do this, we will do that, we will do that. We cannot say,
Yeah.
suppose if somebody is harmed, I'm going to do protest. I'm going to have union activities. I cannot say, because I see that there is a justice for asking them to do that. I don't see that they are not. I can't say that, okay, somebody has troubled a girl student. If somebody says that, okay, you don't do it here afterwards, I won't say, because the girl has got a confidence with me. That's why she has come and told me.
Correct.
Right? So
Yeah.
to protect her, I have to protect her dignity. I have to protect her in the living in the college. So these are
Definitely.
the things on which students, usually get united and protest on people. Unfortunately for that, some people will be, affected by that. The government will,
Correct.
right? So
Yeah.
unfortunately for that, they consider me that I am a leader because I didn't not stop for that. And of course, they
Mm.
scapegoat. So this is the first challenge I had in my life, being not as a leader, being as an experienced, positive looked person to help the people for good
Mm.
social living.
Yeah.
If you can't support them, if we can't support them morally, not by physically, then
Right.
we are a loser. But if somebody is making a scapegoat for us,
Right.
because I won't tell you in the TV and all what conversation I had with even with the minister. This is no. I am a person. I took a challenge to work in the India only, work only in
Right.
the country. I had an opportunity to with my brother-in-law in the United States of America. Uh, uh, he was there from 1968, and he called me and said, "Oh, you passed out the examination. You come to the United States. I'll make all the
Mm.
arrangements for you." Those days, getting into the United States was very easy.
Correct.
Those days, and especially for our dental graduates and medical graduates, it was so easy for us. I said, "No, I will work in my country. I don't want to go and outside the country." With this, philosophy in the life, I worked. Again, got a scholarship from the Washington D.C. University from the WHO professor. I said, "No, I'm
Okay.
not going. I'm not coming there."
Oh, very nice.
And then later on, I was made a scapegoat. Scapegoat. I said, "Hell with this country." And I went away. This is the first challenge I had in my life,
Okay.
as being and a person who was helping to everybody, who had a good social relations, everything, including with my patients, with my students, with the public, everybody, I had a best of a relation with them.
Yeah.
So this is the first challenge I had. So I thought, oh, why? So if you are a leader, then you always have a thorns. Let us fight it. It was my first
Right. Yeah, I'm sure as leaders, we will definitely have issues because we take risks, we take a particular stand, we take decisions based on what is we feel is right, but somebody else may feel that it's not the right thing to do. So I think that is something which happens very often in leadership positions.
challenge.
Is there any person who has influenced your leadership style, or I mean, the way you have, because your attitude towards life is very positive. Come what may, I will do the way it has to be done.
Most of the people, in our family as a bunch, we had land holdings,
Right.
not landlords, but land holdings.
Holdings. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole village, like Nailadi, our Nailadi is my village. We used
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
our family, not me, not my mother alone, but all
Hmm.
family together. We have a landed property, which is all property belongs to our family only in the whole village.
Correct.
And neighboring
Yeah.
village properties also will be there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, in the family, there always a fiddle takes place, because the head of the family, if he doesn't take care of this one. So we used to hear stories amongst my mother's side, my grandmother's brothers and all those things, with their mother who was, husband was not there. So how did they fight for their share, not for anything? No, we used to feel very proud that these people fought for it and they got their rights and other things. So always
Okay.
we look at them, that those fighting is, different way of fighting, not that the present way of fighting. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you get what you want, by rights. That's all. So not by the court, by your own might, you get.
Right.
So now these are type of a thing. Then I had one maternal uncle, my mother's younger brother. He was a independent man. He had actually he was working with his maternal uncles, but they did not give him a proper recognition by anything. So he came out and he took some land and he started big leadership. He was more popular than our head of the families, all around.
Okay. Okay.
So these are the type of challenges I have seen in our family members.
Yeah.
Again, my mother, our head of the family was saying, no, why people have to go to school, colleges and all, no, let them go to the village and look after the lands and all. So my mother said, no, everybody should be educated. She protested with her uncles. And
Wonderful.
we were all living together in a town. So she told
Yes.
her husband to make a separate house. And
Okay.
she made her brothers to go and study. And actually one brother, earlier she sent it to Udupi for a Christian high school.
Right.
And they become successful in this one. So these are the things which influences us in our life, and
Right.
we are little aham comes in ourself also. We are from that, so we will be like this. These are the certain bad qualities we will have, but still
Yes.
we don't use that bad qualities to make somebody suffering. We live with a better social living.
So your first learning comes from your family members, like your mother and your maternal uncle. And I'm sure in everyone's life there will be some hero. It can be your father, your mother, your uncles, whoever it is. But I think that's the first learning what we get as we grow up.
My father is also a very aggressive man, but though he is educated only a fourth or fifth standard, he has mastered all the legal aspects in those days, and he will go cleverly to make things easier and without much of a hue and cry.
Excellent.
So that
Excellent.
quality also I have watched from my father.
Very nice. I just wanted to ask you, see, you have been dealing with students all through your career. Like 55 years as a teacher is a fantastic, it's like a lifetime for most of us. Do you feel that students, especially the medical professionals, should acquire leadership qualities?
Education is not for employment; it is for
Okay.
better social living. Whether you are a medical graduate or any graduate, it's for social living.
Right.
You have to do a social living unless you show that you are one amongst them in the profession, with the professionals, and with the society.
Okay.
There won't be a coordination of success in our life. Our profession is to heal the diseases, help the people to
Right.
make them happy. But still,
Right.
unless you have that capacity to command in the society, in the command with the patient, command with with your students, I think that leadership quality should be there. Not
Right.
that you have to become a prime minister of the country, but leadership quality in
No.
the profession for a good social living.
Okay.
We have Indian Medical Association, Indian Dental Association. Like that, we
Yeah.
have in all medical professions and health education, we have professionals have their own association.
Yes.
But we also have a controlling body, what is known as a councils.
Yes.
Councils which protects the. So council is for the public. Association is for the professionals to
The
protect the
professionals.
profession. So you have to have a leadership to combine everybody to protect your profession, protect your dignity.
Right. So you are saying that every professional should have leadership qualities because end of the day, you need to command your patients or your team members or at every level it is required.
We would like to have our professional people in the helm of the affairs in the government
Right.
as a
Right.
minister or even as a prime minister does not matter or a chief minister
Yeah.
does not matter. Why means that the professional ambitions of helping the public in better suitable way to the public can understand by only by the professionals.
Right.
Now a drug manufacturer manufactures the drug after the research, everything. But The discretion of the doctor is more important in using that drug.
Correct.
How much to use it, when to use it, where to use it. This is
Yes.
required. But same thing is a profession. You call it as a profession. But
Yes.
things has to be implemented, regulated. It can be understood. I'm just giving an example, but there are so many
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
to do in a public health. There are so many things we have to do it. Our
Yes. Yes.
population
Yes.
is so large, and most of the population doesn't have a medical help. So
Right.
this is the necessity for people who can be politically. Unless there is no chance in our democracy unless you get elected and elected as a leader or a minister, you will not get an opportunity. As an MLA,
Correct.
probably you will be only struggling like as a doctor to get things done.
Yes. I have one question to you since you are dealing with a lot of students. Now, I'm sure you have come across incidents where students were not showing any kind of leadership qualities when they came to the college, but later you found that they have the skills and they were able to build up. So, is it possible to build up leadership skills in the students?
Yes, for me, every student who comes to me is a leader.
Okay.
We have to identify them by being close with them. What are their
Okay.
intentions? Whether it's in
Okay.
studies, whether it's social activities, whether it is with the parents or with the society. There are so many things we have to know our student before they teach. This is my
Okay.
philosophy. And no student is bad for me because
Okay.
our system of admission for our colleges, you should have a minimum 50% mark to be eligibility.
Right.
For the convenience, because large number of people are joining the college, for the convenience, they are looking at the university degrees, the rankings, what you get in a competitive examination. And the people who have made more marks, they join. In my
Right.
opinion, the people with the 50%, I've done some studies on that also, research studies on that. Now, people with a 50% mark, if you know them individually, know your
Yeah.
student, that's what I mean. All their personal things, their attitude. Most of the students might not have joined to the professional college in our country, not because they want to do it, because their parents wants to do it. This is all our Indian situation, because I was also like that. I didn't know which program I have to go. I have gone like that. But many people, parents are affordable, and they want to make him a doctor, so they push him, because
Right.
so. But we have to know the students before we. Now, what I am saying is, now after knowing the students, if you make an effort for each student, I'm not boasting myself. When I was a
Yeah.
dean of the college, I knew the name of every student in the college.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
I meet them. I call them by name only because I want them to know that I am familiar with them. So
Very
I
nice.
I have a contact with them through the parents. Contact directly every month, once in a month. I have
Wow.
we have 400 students in the college. I used to have a contact every month. My specific job was to know students, modulate them to become a leader in the studies, leader in the activities, leader in social gathering, everything. They should not
Right.
have inhibitions. They have to treat patients. They should know how to behave with. So I used to even compulsorily tell them, learn all the languages because we have got Malayalis here, we get Tulu people here, we get Kannada people, we get Telugu people here, we get Tamil people here. So you must know the language. Unless you communicate with your patients properly, the patients will not understand what you want to say them, and your treatment will not be proper. So this is
Correct.
I used to encourage them to be more social and studies. If people who are not studying, I mean, they're not coming for games I used to drag them for the games because I used to also to play with them. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
This is all way I have made a student in my first year itself. I have studied 10 batches. First year itself, People are joined with 50, 52 marks. You know, those days I'm talking about 85, in 1985. Now systems are changed.
Yes.
Now, these people have achieved to pass in the first year itself more than 55%.
Very good.
By second year and third year, 95% of the people have come to the 60% level.
Excellent.
No, this is not one batch I'm talking about. I made 10 batches.
Every batch.
I still have the tables with me. No, I'm just telling
Hmm.
you. So there are, of course, some percentage of 2, 3 people will fail in one or two subjects. That is about the studies.